decades you've been out here. I am so touched and moved by you, Scotland. So it's an honor for me to come and really listen and get some of your energy. Because as you know, where I come from, you don't want to know where I come. So I have done a documentary. It's called Good Thinking, Those Who Tried to Halt Nuclear Weapons. Did it a couple of years ago about mainly the people in the United States that have tried to push back on this. But I took this a couple of years ago and I shopped it around, one thing to our Congress and my senators. And one thing I have learned about the United States is, maybe you're learning it here, there isn't any democracy when it comes to nuclear weapon industry. There's absolutely no democracy in my country. It's not in the media. It is not covered. They don't talk about it. It's off. They just take the money they need. So that's something I found out. The other things I found out, I went to all the offices of those on our armed service committees and our appropriation committees in our Senate. And what I learned is these people, our representatives there, know nothing about the cost of these weapons. You do. They had not really any idea how much this was costing us, taking away from health care and all our other needs, but you well know. They also knew nothing about what one detonation does. They hadn't thought about it. They hadn't taken time to think, really, what does one detonation do? Forget, whether we're going to have war with Russia. What does one do? And you all here I don't have to tell you, I know everyone here knows exactly what one does. The other thing is they didn't know and they didn't seem to care about what was going around the world. There was a humanitarian, the impact of nuclear weapons. They knew nothing about this long before the treaty was coming up. And I said, you really need to pay attention to the rest of the world. They don't want this anymore. And then a year or two later, this treaty was such a great gift to us. Everyone here is part of that treaty. So I just want to thank you. We have to be short, but it's an honor to be here. I have great hosts, Janet Fenton and David McKenzie, and everywhere I've gone, Brian from the Peace and Justice. Just everyone here has been so beautiful and welcoming. And God bless you. Just know that I'm thinking about you. You can watch my documentary if you want. It's very long. Watch it in little bits and pieces and give me feedback. But please keep on. Know we're in this together very much from all over the world. I'm also very honored to be up here with everybody that's come from around the world. And did you notice the speaker before me, Flavia? Did you notice she's gained a little weight? But that's why we're here, right? That is Flavia. That's why we're here. That bringing children, our children and our grandchildren. That's why we're here today. So thank you all around the world. You're a great inspiration to me. Thank you.
Thank you, Anthony. Before we